Hi, my name is Luca Trumbull, and today I will be talking about the history of Mason Street along with some of the businesses on it. Like Fort Mason, Mason Street is named after Richard Barnes Mason, the fifth military governor of California. Mason was a colonel in the U.S. Army who served during the Black Hawk War alongside other famous people such as Stephen Kearny, the man who conquered California from Mexico, and Jefferson Davis, the future President of the Confederate States of America. Another reason Mason is famous in California is because he was the man to report the discovery of gold to President Polk.
So the street I have is Mason Street. It starts at Market Street and then it goes by Union Square, over Nob Hill. It crosses through North Beach and then it goes to Fisherman's Wharf. There's a ton of different landmarks on it. It's all one way. They have the cable car line, the Mason line, which goes up and over Mason or Russian Hill and Nob Hill, and it's a pretty bustling street in the middle of the city. Here in front of on 140 Mason Street, in front of the San Francisco International Hostel. It's the cheapest hostel type living thing in the city. For one price you can get free pizza, free food, free Wi-Fi, and it's a pretty nice place to go if you're looking for housing in San Francisco. I'm in front of the famous Fairmont Hotel at 950 Mason Street. It's one of the most famous, or arguably the most famous hotel in the city. Right now it's all lit up for Christmas. There's a ton of really famous meetings here. The architecture is beautiful. It's a huge building, really pretty, and it's just kind of iconic. It's an iconic part of San Francisco because it's been here for a while. So it's a nice addition to Mason Street on the top of Nob Hill. On 1201 Mason Street, we have the Cable Car Museum. It's a museum that shows off all the different parts of the cable cars that have been put out of service. It was established in 1974, and it's a pretty important part to SF. Because people think of the cable cars when they think of San Francisco. It's the U.S.'s only moving national park, the cable cars, so it's pretty interesting. And it's just a really iconic piece of our city. On 336 Mason Street, we have Lori's Diner. It's like a Johnny Rockets type of diner that serves 1950s themed food. It's in the middle of the theater district. In San Francisco, so people who have been coming here after they go see a show for a really long time, and they get some 50s themed burgers and stuff like that, and it's a really nice cozy place to eat in the middle of the city. So some of you have probably heard of this place. This is Ruby Sky nightclub on 420 Mason Street. It's one of the most prominent and it's one of the most famous nightclubs on the West Coast. A ton of famous people come here. They always have a big thing on New Year's. It's a nice place to go for entertainment after dark with your friends, a nice place to really find your rhythm, maybe dance a little bit, and it's a really famous, fun place in San Francisco that everyone loves, if you're over 21.
If I had to pick anyone to have a street named after them, I would easily choose Earl Stevens, more commonly known by his stage name E40. E40 grew up in Oakland and has represented West Coast rap on the national stage his entire career. E40 is a devout Giants fan and the singer of the 2000 hit single Tell Me When to Go, which is produced by Lil Jon. Along with Too Short, E40 was one of the first West Coast rappers to land a major record deal, and for the way he spits his fiery lyrics, E40 is my role model.